Definitely one of those days today where I'm so rushed I've resorted to a pot noodle and a bottle of water for lunch. So I'm doing a bit of filming actually for a project in my brother's studio, and it's typically quite far up here, but this is where we go, and in a moment you will see the studios of my brother. I mean, it's a gorgeous place. Look at this. This is the place to be, isn't it? We're going into Fraggle Productions. We're just doing a bit of a photo shoot at the moment, you see, so glad to see the Cross has made an appearance here. There we go. And I think this is where I'm going to be doing it, here, with a completely white background. Anyway, I'll keep you updated. Just about to do a bit of filming here at my brother's work. There he is. We have only just realised that we've clashed in clothing.
Same outfit, black cap, grey top.
But as I said, I'm a bit more upper class. George of Asda, where he is Timu, of course. Random Friday activities. I'm pointing it at the window so I can do a grand reveal of this. We've forgotten the lunch boxes at Grandma and Grandad's. So how do you think I've taken the kids' lunches to Grandma and Grandad's to get them bagged up? On a plate, of course. So now I'm driving them to my mum's house to get these packaged up, ready for their lunch boxes, and then they're off to school. So we're having a bit of a refit actually in our kitchen. So I've had to bring a donation here to a lovely place which is called Emmaus, and this is in Mosley. So it's a charity and they take all kinds of stuff. If they need to, they fix it up and then they sell it again. So I've come to bring my table, but I wanted to show you this because this is quite creepy, but I kind of like it. Look at this. What is that all about? But I love it. And you come to places like this and they've got loads of little nuggets like that. So I'm going to take my table. Hopefully they want it. There is a slight broken leg on it, but they told me on the phone that they could fix it, so that would be fine. And in all honesty, I'm glad it's going to a good home, because that is the first family table that we ever bought. So I've got a bit of a love for it really, and I want it to go to another home where maybe a family will use it like we did. So let's see if they'll take it. This is where we go, and we'll find out. Look at this, this is amazing. This here, now sadly it's not actually for sale, but an original jukebox. Look, with all the original tracks on there that it used to play. How beautiful. They don't make them like this anymore. Now, just to say that as a music geek, this is like heaven to me. Well, not quite as good as heaven, but look at all these incredible old vinyls they've got. I just showed you the jukebox machine, and this is just like a hive of incredible things. Right, look at this. The only problem with coming to a place like this is you kind of end up buying stuff. Because I just come in, I'm thinking, that would look great in the office. That would look great in this place. I've been looking actually for a soft furnished chair. Not that I'd get that one. But then I stumbled upon this guy here. I mean, what? I'd love to know the story behind something like this. Where did it come from? How's it ended up here? Was it some kind of Christmas decoration in a shop or something? That's the great thing about coming to an antique place. The story behind these things. Where's it been? You couldn't have just kept that in your attic, could you? And brought it out once a year. And just to show you, they've already taken my table away. The table's been fixed up because it just needed a bit of fettling. But these are the chairs. I'm quite emotional because they've served us for a long time. The kids have literally grown up. We've had so many family meals on them. But as I said, hopefully well, there's no hopefully about it, they will. They'll go to another family who are going to cherish it. Talking of big things, like the Father Christmas, we could have a matching snowman if we wanted to. There's loads in here. I went upstairs, which you saw, and we saw the wonderful antique things up there. There's just everything. I'm going to be coming back here soon, and I'll bring Sam because she'd love it. I'm at that age now where I really appreciate things that have got history behind them and the build quality. It really is amazing, a place like that. So my brother collects antique cameras, and I went in and I thought, I wonder if he's got that one, because he's got loads of cameras and well, still and film cameras, and I've got him this one here, and that was like, let's see how much that was. That was that was £7. It's a bargain. So that is, again, I'd love to know the history behind things like this, because it's just like, presumably an Instamatic Kodak camera that is going to be worth, well, not worth, but that's going to be from maybe the 70s, something like that. By all means, in the comments, let me know if I'm wrong or even if I'm right. And then this one here, I don't know what this is. A Polaroid Swinger 2 land camera, and this was £8. A vintage Polaroid camera. Now, I don't think it's going to work. Maybe it would. In fact, I can open it. Oh, wow, okay. Maybe it would work. I don't know. But anyway, got some absolute bargains there. You could spend a small fortune in there, because there's so many things. Now, if you're into your vintage items, you're into your kind of things that you'd never find in the shop, then that is absolutely perfect for you, this place. It's called Emmaus Mosley, but there are these Emmauses all over the country, and I'm just reading the sign here actually in front of me. This one here was opened by a Richard Darlington, and I think I'm right that it's a Christian charity, and what they do is they take homeless people and then they teach them skills, they give them work, and I think the homeless people actually have a place to stay here as well. I think that's the case. But honestly, amazing. I've not been here for a long time, and I don't know why. They've got a lovely coffee shop, and I love talking to people. And I was just talking to a guy then, and he was sharing a little bit about his story and his testimony. So there you go. Well worth the trip. And I've also got shut of my table. I do love the idea that there will be somebody who will come here, whether it's today, in the next few days, the weeks, and they'll say, do you know, that's perfect. Just what we were looking for. I'm sorry, but I need to document this. I have just, here's the evidence, the tools, put up these on my own, and wait for it. You may be wondering, well, I bet they're not straight. Look at that. Look at that. Every single shelf is absolutely spot on. It's going to be a good Christmas, folks. I can feel it in my bones. It's becoming a bit of a travel vlog, this, really. So I did a bit about Smith's Toys on the last episode. I've been doing a few bits and pieces around the local area, and me and Sam have decided to treat ourselves to a takeaway, because we've done loads of DIY, we've got loads of stuff done. We've managed to sort out some of the 3D printing, get some of the orders out. We've also put up the Christmas decorations. I've put up some shelving, which I'm really happy about, and you'll have seen that a few moments ago. Very happy. And they haven't even fallen down yet, and it's been at least an hour and a half. So we decided we'd have a treat. The kids are all in bed. They've been very excited. So this is actually my second trip down there. Dynasty. Now the food is fabulous, but there was a bit of a mix-up on the order. So I opened it up, and I thought that they'd given us extra bits, because it looked like these strange sort of rib battered kind of things. I thought that's strange, but I was quite excited that we'd had a bit of an extra put in our order, with us being, well, I wouldn't say regular customers, but with customers there. And then we opened up the sauce and there was nothing in it. I thought that was weird. So I took it back. Now this is when I got a bit, well, okay, how would you react to this, okay? I called them up, which is fine, and they offered to change it. And then they said, can you bring the other stuff back? And I was like, yeah, okay. I thought, what are they going to do with that now? So I've got the new order here. Is the other stuff just going to get chucked away? Surely they could have just given us a little bit extra, couldn't they? Because it's just going to go in the bin otherwise, unless, now I would never make such accusations, they're eating it in the back or they send it out to somebody else. I'm sure that's not the case. And I've got no evidence to show that at all. But anyway, the end of another day, and we'll see what we have in store tomorrow. Well, church has gone big on the Christmas tree. Look at it, it's absolutely huge. I think that's the biggest we've had in a long time. So, a morning in church, it was the Christingle, and now a trip to Salford. I've arrived and I've come to pick up a big TV. I've never been to the city centre of Salford before, or at least the town centre, isn't it, I guess? And I've never seen so many phone fixing shops in all my life. But this is the place we want here, and we'll see if you've got the TV I've been looking for. I was thinking about going all out, a 65 inch, but then I thought that's a bit ridiculous, so instead I've gone for a 50 inch, which should be big enough. We'll see. We'll have a wander in and we'll take a look. Sorted, really happy with that. Got it here, picked it up, and the reason for that is because I've been looking for a while to have a big screen for the radio station. When we do events, we can put our media on that and we can show people. So that's why I've got it. Now I need to go back to the studio. I need to set that up. I'm going to test it out tomorrow at an actual event that I'm going to be doing. And in the meantime, I need to find my way back to Staley Bridge from Salford. I've got the worst directions ever. I get lost all the time, which is why I rely quite heavily on my sat-nav. Well, why not just use that, Gareth? Because the battery's about to go on my phone. So why I'm wasting battery power filming this, I don't know. Wish me luck. Oh my goodness. So I was driving back home from Salford and the sat-nav brought me past here and I knew I recognised it. And this is where that horrible event happened at the synagogue in Manchester, when that brainless person decided that he'd do that monstrosity of an attack. And it's quite sad that they've now had to put up security notices because there's people trespassing. They've also put up this kind of covered fencing because I guess there's been people who have been trying to get in there and take a look. So the start of a brand new day, and all my weekdays basically start like this, me walking up the stairs to the studio. A busy one because I've got quite a lot of meetings today. I'm going to try and get to the gym, and then we've got my children's nativity play, which I'm excited for, but a little bit nervous because they've got a speaking part for the first time ever. And we've been practicing their lines with them. There we go. We've been practicing their lines. But you know, if you've got children, you'll know exactly how this feels, where you're a bit nervous for them. It's like you're the one who's doing it. So, prayers for that, please, and we'll see how it goes. Christmas time, mistletoe and wine, or at least Christmas decorations. The first one we are putting up here. Say hi, Elijah. Hi. Elijah's helping me. So it's looking rather bare at the moment, but we'll get something in there. By the way, the cat deterrents do not work. Don't buy them. They do nothing apart from cost you battery power. Now, can I just say this on the record? When I bought this tree, I didn't realise it was that big. Look at the size of it. Oh my. I mean, with the storms we're having at the moment, this is surely going to blow over. And as I worried about, it will go straight into our bedroom window. Excellent. So my daughter is at Brownies and I've got a little bit of time just to look around. So I've come to Curry's because I need to pick up a big freezer in a minute. And when I say big, I mean it's going in our garage. And with it coming up to Christmas, it makes sense that we will actually kind of, I guess, buy some stuff and freeze it. So I need to go here to pick it up and we'll see how we get on. Got it. And you know, I was absolutely amazed. It weighs nothing. I honestly thought that it would weigh, it would be really heavy and difficult to get in. The guy just picked it up with one hand and put it in. I was like, right, thank you. Now we just need to find a place to put it. We know we're going to put it in the shed. The problem is the shed is full of junk. It's now ended up a bit of a mission, this. I had a brief shopping list, but the problem is with this place, whether it's Home Bargains or B&M, I'll be honest, I don't really know the difference. You find yourself walking around and just like going, oh yeah, I need that. I'll need that eventually. So I've now got a basket full of just all kinds of stuff. I mean, take a look over here, look. I probably only need about 2 of the items in there. I thought, well, I've not put dishwasher salt in ages in the dishwasher. The same with rinse aid. This will cost about 30 quid now, and I don't even need most of it. Well, morning, it's the start of a new day, but everything seems to have gone purple. What is going on here? The sky is completely purple. I mean, it'd be perfect for a Vimto advert, let's be honest. So I was feeling a bit bored. I've bought myself an embroidery machine. And this will mean that I can invest even more time that I haven't got into doing things. So this is, I've actually had it in the box, there's Andrew, for quite a while. And we decided that we've got a bit of time and we'll try and do something with it. Now the thing is that this is quite easy to use, so I'm told, because it's all automated. It's not, is it? Okay. I thought it was quite easy to use, and it's all app based. So basically, is it quite heavy? It's quite heavy, isn't it? Yeah. You send a picture to it off your phone, and it will embroider it onto an item of clothing or a tote bag, that kind of stuff. So we'll see how we go on this, really. It's probably going to be making its way back to Amazon sometime soon when we get bored of it. But, you know, boys and their toys. So if you do want anything putting on your t-shirts or your hoodies, you know where to come. It's going, look. It's doing a pointless little moon. We managed to get it sorted. Well, I say we. I mean, I just really turned up at the end and took all the glory. Apparently this is 365 stitches to create this. And it's always important that your first design is something very significant. Oh, it's slowing down. It's thinking about it now, you see. I think that's it. I think it's done. Welcome to the Random Times of Gareth. Now this land here you see is part of Gorse Hall. So I've finished my regular work and now I'm just coming over here because this is really exciting. Now I'm part of Trinity Christian School and we have been blessed with this land here, which is really, really exciting. And you'll see over here that we are currently clearing it, or at least my colleagues and friends are. And I will chart this really for the next few months of what's going on. So back to this then, we are kind of getting it up. Finally, I didn't realise, I mean, when it's lit up, it's even bigger. But we're kind of managing to get it up. The reindeers have taken a bit of, well, a turn for the worse, but we'll sort them out. This is quite complicated to do because you have to stretch them out and you have to kind of make sure that they're all level. Wish me luck. Nothing ever simple in the Cottrell household. So I've got some of them down, but these are all twisted. I've got the ladder out, but I don't know how to actually get up high enough so I can untangle it. There must be a way. If anybody knows how to set these things up, then please post in the comments. I need your help, really. So apart from the fact that this isn't yet finished, which I will do tomorrow when it's light, I'm quite impressed by the Cottrell grotto. The nodding reindeer who comes back for another year. We just need a few here in the tree, so I'm going to try and get some for that tomorrow in the shops. Genuinely didn't realise it was this big, so I've just got the Starlink. This is a replacement that they've sent me. Great customer service, by the way. It is huge. Now I'll put it up against the mini one and you'll be able to see. You're cold? Well, come on then, have a cuddle. And apparently this is, I'm on dad duty at the moment, this is a lot quicker than the other one, and it should work wonders. We're just being invaded by Spider-Man at the moment, aren't we? This is quite staggering then. So that is the mini there, and this is the Generation 3. It comes with a router, it comes with a bigger power supply, a thicker cable as well. It is, oh, it is massive. We're going to plug it in and see how quick we can get. Are you excited, kids?
Yeah. No. Yeah, Bunny!
So we are going to a massive Christmas shop. Now, the last time we went here, we bought our Christmas tree, and it's one of the, I nearly said disposable Christmas trees. It's one of the Christmas trees that you can use each and every year, and it's been brilliant. So I decided, as a little treat, we take the kids to the Christmas shop and we'll see what we can get, because we're looking for a big Father Christmas, aren't we? We've got the sled. No. Okay, well, I am. We've got the sledge. The sleigh, I should say. We've got the reindeers, we've got the tree. These are all for outside. The only thing we need now is a massive Father Christmas and some more outside lights. So hopefully we'll be able to pick up something. Yeah, look at this. This is absolutely amazing. Look at it. A whole thing for Christmas. Now my son, my youngest, is absolutely terrified of this and he won't come near it. There's a few other ones as well, but this one in particular, he's terrified. There is always a fine line between cute and scary, don't you think? Well, it has to be said, I'm quite chuffed. It was well worth it. It's massive, but it is done. I still want to get some on the tree there though. Maybe that's a job for tomorrow. Well, you join me this time in my attic. A while ago I was in my mum's, and look at these I have stumbled upon. So there's not many people, I bet, who have got these. Okay, so first of all, well, this one here is fully boxed, working fine. It's got a few games in there. I'll need to look at what games they are. I'm not sure. But an original NES from about I don't think there's a date on it actually. There's probably not a date on it. But this was mine. I actually got this brand new one Christmas. Probably somebody in the comments will be able to tell me exactly when this was released. but I'm guessing it was probably about a 94, 95, something like that. So that is that. And then I've got this, and I remember this so well because I had to wait about 2 years until we could afford this as a present. It was released, I remember it so well, it was released 1 March in the UK, and it was so expensive that my parents were just like, no, sorry, you'll have to wait. So that is those. But now this one here, I thought that it was just the Panasonic, which I'll tell you about in a moment, but also an original PlayStation in there. But this here, who remembers these? I bet there can't be many, because this was one of the first CD consoles released. It went by the name of the Panasonic 3DO with plug, and it was revolutionary, this, because it came before the PlayStation, but because of the dreadful marketing that Panasonic did and some awful business decisions, it never really took off. But I got this, I think I got this actually before the N64. I'm pretty sure about that. So this would have been as early as maybe 93. I think I'm getting my dates right here anyway, but either way, this is very, very rare, this console, and there's 2 versions of it. There's the cheaper version, which has a flap that opens up and you put the game in, a bit like the PlayStation. And then this one, which was the elite version, this was the high-end one, where it has a drawer that actually opens up and you put your CDs in there. It used to play music. I don't think it used to play DVDs because it was well before DVDs. But anyway, a few of my items, and including here when I used to do my DJing in the years, one of these. I could do with selling stuff like that. Before you ask in the comments, I'm not selling those or that. But loads of DVDs still to this day. My favourite film of all time. I'm not sure if it's because of nostalgia, but it's just, there's something about that that makes me laugh every time. Doesn't matter how many times I've seen it. Anyway, I'm off back downstairs because it's quite cold in here, but maybe I can do another episode sometime where I just go through all of my items, whether it's here. I mean, that's my first ever chemistry set. And then we've got just loads of things that we could do with either getting rid of, taking to the charity shop. I mean, there's Christmas jumper. Why is that not being used? There's a Christmas jumper up there. Would that not fit Gabriel? I'm going to take that downstairs and see if it would fit Gabriel. In the meantime, hopefully I don't fall down here, because I'm going to try my best to carry a jumper down. Walk into the light, Gareth. Well, that's the end of another week, and it's ended with most of our children poorly. Elijah's not feeling very well, are you? What's the matter?
Just don't feel well.
But we have got the elves on the shelves out. This little one there.
Hello.
And we've got the other one. Hello. There we go. We've got all the elves there.
Simon.
And hopefully it will be well enough for Christmas. Okay. Elijah's going bowling, aren't you? With beavers. Are you excited for that?
Yeah, I love it.
And before I get absolutely just inundated with loads of elves, I best say goodbye. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, to like, and to share. That is it from me and the elves. Bye.